Breaking news. CBC breaks the story. Everything I told you all yesterday. Insider information, emails I got even before that. As I told you all, not only was NDP on Mark Carney's payroll, so was Reid and Andrew Scheer lying in wait, hiding behind curtains, red liberals, if it needed be. There, I'm getting zapped again, folks. Don't know how long it'll last. Breaking news. CBC covers it. Two conservatives, Scheer and Reid, ready to vote for the Liberals if NDP didn't see it through. That's how evil and utterly fraudulent our party is. Our whole party system. The Crown is a scam. It's always been a scam. It's 666, mark of the beast, as it always has been. Scheer and Reid bought off, ready to go, ready to vote yes for the Liberals, for the budget. They were ready. Insiders, their handlers, showcased to CBC that if NDP hadn't gone the route they did with their last two, Andrew Scheer and Reid were ready to vote for the Liberals. Their insiders, their closest people tell CBC they're hiding behind curtains, ready to vote for the Liberals if they had to. That's why they didn't do their votes. That's why they stayed behind curtain. That's why they were ready to go the other way if they had to, just to make sure the budget went through in case NDP couldn't be trusted. It's all fraud. Canada is a fraud. It's always been a fraud. This is why I do Canada the 51st state. CBC breaks the story. It was coming anyway. Even I have insider conservatives who sent me the emails. And now, as I was so bolden yesterday, before the vote, I told you exactly what was going to happen. After the vote, I told you so. And now today, CBC comes forward with the truth. All the Crown parties in on it. Bloc, Green, Conservative, NDP, Liberal, all one entity, all nail-biting, edge-of-the-seat, British-style drama, all fraud. You don't live in a democracy. You live in an electoral autocracy, exactly like the greatest of American experts and other world experts, but the best of the best Americans who nailed this over 4 years of work 2 years ago today, published onto the world why even under Joe Biden, with Marco Rubio, have changed their position with Canada. Canada is evil. It's one of the worst fraudulent evils of the supposed free world. We live in a rotten country, a pure dictatorship, a system of tyrants who are destroying all Canadians. They've been aggressively doing it since 1993. All your political parties. His Majesty's official opposition, Pierre Poilievre, as you know, that was Andrew Scheer before. And what is his role now? To work for the man, Mark Carney. And in case Andrew Scheer and Reid were the two that were to take the fall and betray the Conservative group, Pierre Poilievre knows, Mark Carney knows, Justin Trudeau knew, Jagmeet Singh knew. He was that Toby boy. NDP can't give up anymore. Now it's the Conservatives' turn. Folks, everything you see in relation to Canada's parliamentary system can only be described as 666, the beast, legion, many voices, but actually only one entity. You think there's a bunch, it's only one. That's what the crown is. All those Catholic stories are about the Canadian government and the Parliament. I'm sorry. This system was introduced 800 AD, perfected, been reworked, and today Canada is that system. All the horror movies, everything you hear, that is the representation of Canada's government. All of it. It's demonology. It's real. Can't be denied. Folks, this is breaking news. Even CBC is coming clean because you know what? America isn't going to mess around. They're not going to have this stylized northern neighbor on their borders threatening their national security. Everything you're seeing happen in America in the name of Democrats is just an American scheme getting ready to deal with Canada. It's coming very quickly. And I think within the next year or two, we're going to see the fall of Canada. And I hope the Canadians wake up to Canada, the 51st state, because America isn't going to allow this kind of aggressive evil to manifest itself on their largest unsecured border in the world, and in fact, on their doorstep, North America. Folks, get the video shared out. Can't make it up. Deadly accurate. CBC is publishing the story. As I told all of you, if NDP hadn't done it, Reid and Scheer were going to. Their second in command, their right hands, have already told CBC the truth. And America isn't going to mess around with Canada, isn't going to allow Canada to continue the way it is and has been for many decades. It's always been. Since the evil inception of it, it's now front and center with American politicians, absolutely, Democrat and Republican alike, and in a majority here. If you've noticed that American politicians aren't fighting publicly and all of a sudden there's an openness, it's because they can't hide Canada. Canada is in such a panic. The evil of the crown is in such a panic, such a bad way. They're making rash, bad decisions, epically and publicly, and people don't want to go along with it. Even the corrupt Canadian media doesn't want to go along with it. Think about it as a Canadian journalist. When you know this vile disgust and evil is in such an epic scale, and you know yourself the whole party system is fraud, and then what the Americans have published about Canada and their transformation, Republican and Democrat, and actually not Trump is the first in his first term. He started in 2018, a genius. Whether Canadians want to hear this or not, Americans should know it to be true. The G7 radar created by Trump to pick up what Canada tried to hide. America's got them dead to rights. Even Joe Biden, in conjunction with the Republicans, have gone this route with Canada. The legislation's passed. The partisan work is passed. And now here's Trump to fire up, and everything he's doing is bipartisan. You're going to see it. Many Democrats moved just to end the government shutdown. Positioning of military and narratives is not to destroy Democrats in northern states. It's to prepare for the worst case scenario for America when the psychotic, nutcase Canadian politicians refuse to step aside, refuse to give you, the people, the power, and they want to go the road of communism. America's going to be ready. They're getting ready. bipartisanly. And I'm sorry, Canadians, that so many of you have been lied to, but we are seeing it in real time now. CBC spills the beans. Everything I released in my 2 videos is now released for all of you. As I told you, and as I told you at Insider, it's fraud. Parliamentary fraud. It's not just the Parliament of Canada. It is all of the political entities in Canada, all provincial, every province. Does not matter. Liberal, Conservative, NDP, Green, Bloc, Sovereigntist, Autonomist, Independents. They're all one thing. And it's pure evil. And it's purely tyrannical. It comes from the old world. It's right out of Catholic stories of Legion. And what those stories are basically the representation of your government, federally and provincially. And America will not stand by and allow that to fester or take one more step forward. They're panicking. They're making huge mistakes. And now you all have it. Go look at the news. Scheer and Reid. It is all of them. Theater for all of you when there is only one crown, one narrative, and you and me don't belong there. We're the cucks, the fools, the village idiots, as it's always been, and your government is getting worse and worse by the day, taking epic steps towards unbelievable and unimaginable dictatorship, if not full-on communism. They're trying to sidestep America. They're trying to go there, and it's not going to work. Folks, share the video. Can't make this up. It's in the news now, today. Those conservative insiders that published yesterday, they spilled the beans to the news. Told you so. Hate to say I told you so, but I'm not. I don't hate it. I love it because we're winning small, slow steps. The crown is failing at an epic scale. And the more you share, the more people you reach. If they don't read about it in the news tomorrow, all are corrupt. All are one voice. It's them behind closed doors laughing at all of you. There's no representative in Canada that is for any of you, the people, the constituents. They get into power. If they were on that narrative, they quickly abandon it the day they step into Parliament or legislature. Does not matter which party. As I published yesterday, Elizabeth May's story was, I had to vote for the budget because Mark Carney supports the Paris Climate Accord. Canadians, the Paris Climate Accord was introduced by Stephen Harper. Passed, cemented forever and a day. That is not an excuse to vote for a radical, out-of-control spending budget, because that's been in place since 2006. Absolutely. They treat you that stupidly. They treat you as ignorant fools who can easily be bamboozled. Canadians, friends, followers, Americans, share this truth. Canada is garbage. Canada is worse than some of the worst tyrannical regimes in the world. And why? Because it's a liar. It lies about it. At least these other regimes are honest about their tyrannicism, their dictatorships. Canada lies about it. The biggest liar of all countries in the world you can't trust is any Canadian federal or regional politician, because they're epic scale liars, cheats, and thieves at an unimaginable rate. Nowhere in the Christian principle are they found. Nowhere in the Muslim principle are they found. Nowhere in Judaism are they found in any teachings. These are the evil of Old Testament, the evil absolutely of New Testament, the absolute published and hammered home truth of Satan, demons, angels, right out of the Catholic teachings and system. It is all about the Canadian government, regionally and federally. Legion, all one crown, pretending to be many with different ideas. No. You've now learned today, it's been published, that even the Conservatives are busted, as I knew it to be true. God bless us all. Pray for Canada and Canadians to wake up. It's in front of your face now. Undeniable. Absolutely published, even by that corrupt media that was so hell-bent on working for that crown, sworn to the crown, like so many other professions in Canada, the first class. And now, out of fear of the United States, the fear of the truth of America, they're starting to look at things and go, we don't want to be in this. We're ratting you out. We're publishing the truth. Folks, we need Canada, the 51st state. I don't see any of these governments shutting it down, as we can see how radically out of control they are, how badly they're making mistakes now, publicly, and getting caught, and they still don't care. They're not going to quit. Just like Hitler, just like South African apartheid, these regimes in Crown will not quit. All historical precedents of socialist and fascist regimes that are developed off the Canadian model never give up. They will put a bullet in their own brain only when they have sacrificed all their subjects and defined savage peoples. They will not give up. They won't go away. Not without extreme destruction of the country, the people, and those they don't even deem people. This is my warning, a critical, needed share, absolutely published for all of you now. As I nailed it yesterday, very cockily maybe, but I knew it to be true and I trusted those sources and I put it out there and I was proved right. And now today, they take it a step further, implicating the official opposition as well too. It's over for Canada. And if Canadians don't see that, I don't know what to tell you. You're living in a lie, an epic evil on the scale of what Catholics transcribe as legion and demonology throughout its entire history is Canada and how it governs, and is the party system of the many who are all really just one tyrannical autocratic system under one crown. They all pretend to be all these other things, these voices for change and the people and reason, when really it's just one dictator. They all fill their pockets, lie, cheat, and steal, just like the demons out of the Catholic narrative and system. Folks, share. Get it out there. Educate as many as you can. It's up to all of you. I'm just one man. But I'm proven right. And now, even the corrupt Canadian media isn't holding back anymore. It's breaking news. God bless everybody. Bye now. Share.